everybody, we're currently live from Massachusetts. We're expecting about 2 feet of snow here. You got the Yarbo snowblower going. It's currently clearing the front of the driveway, the little slope. Eventually it'll come back around, clear the driveway. If you have any questions, feel free to just drop them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible.
The charge, the power bank?
I think it's okay for now. I have 90%. It should be fine.
Okay. Do you want me to just leave it somewhere?
Yeah, maybe just
Here. Alright. And also the table.
actually bring the camera out to take a look. So you can see the front of the driveway here has a little slope, but no problem for Yarbo. We currently have these snow treads in. They're studded tracks, so they're meant for the snow and the ice. Hello everybody, welcome to the Yarbo snowblower live stream. We're currently live from Massachusetts. We've currently got about, I'd say, 3 inches of snow on the ground. We just started the Yarbo up for the live stream. It's handling it no problem. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Let's see if I can move this closer. Right now I have the auger set at I think about 0.14 inches, so you can adjust that as you like. If you have a gravel driveway, we suggest adjusting it higher, maybe up to 1 or 2 inches, just so you're not eating up all those rocks. I believe I have it set to clear twice for everything. So for every area that I map out, it'll clear it twice just to pick up any of the leftover snow you see on the ground there. You can adjust that in settings. People often get concerned about the big storms like these because they see, Yarbo's only about 1.5 feet tall, so they worry, how is it going to handle 2 feet of snow? But actually, the idea behind it is you have Yarbo running 24/7 like this, so the snow never has a chance to accumulate. So right now, there's only about 4 inches on the ground, which is absolutely not a problem for Yarbo. Yarbo can actually handle up to 12 inches of accumulation. But usually it should never get that high because we do recommend running it 24/7 during the storm. So right now it's going in for its second pass on this driveway. The reason why I have it separated as its own little area here because it is a little bit of a slope, and Yarbo actually has a custom slope mode that's meant for handling terrain like this. So I split off this front, I guess apron you could call it, and set it as slope mode, and divided it from the rest of the driveway, which is relatively flat. You can see the not the auger, you can see the snow chute adjusting itself. It's another thing a lot of people ask about. It actually does do it automatically. So when you create your map of where you want Yarbo to work, you can set which side of the work area you want it to blow the snow, and then as it is working, it'll automatically adjust the direction. Everybody, we're currently streaming live from Massachusetts, streaming the Yarbo autonomous snowblower, where we're expected to get almost 2 feet of snow. So far we've only got about 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground, and we just started the Yarbo up. Currently it's working on cleaning the sloped front part of the driveway. If anyone has any questions, feel free to just drop them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. So right now, Yarbo's working on its second pass of this little front section here, just to clear any little spots that it might have missed on the first pass. You can set it also just to do one pass for each section, but I find that most people and myself think 2 passes tends to be better. It's much clearer that way, because sometimes if you don't do 2, it might leave behind a little bit of snow. welcome everybody. We're currently streaming live from Massachusetts. We currently got about 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground, and we're testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower robot to see how it handles this massive storm. So you can see it's adjusting the auger height, adjusting the snow chute, everything. It all does that all by itself. All I had to do was just draw a perimeter around each work area I wanted to make. For this property, it took me probably maybe like 30 minutes. Not too bad. And then Yarbo's algorithms calculate the most efficient route and most efficient way to complete the work. Does it all by itself. Today the snow is pretty light and fluffy, but Yarbo's actually built, it has a 2-stage design, like a classic snowblower, so it's actually built for wet and heavy snow as well. For those of you that didn't know, Yarbo actually isn't just a snowblower. It's a complete 4-season autonomous robot. So it's a modular robot. You can see the robot body with the track there. That's called the Yarbo core. And then the actual snowblower part on the front is actually a snowblower module that you can take off. You can replace it with a lawnmower module or a leaf blower module. So you can put the lawnmower on during the spring and the summer, cut your grass, and then when the fall comes around, you can switch it out for the leaf blower module for a total 4-season package. Hello and welcome everybody. We're currently testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower here in Massachusetts. We've currently got about 4 inches of snow on the ground, and we just got Yarbo up and running. It's currently working on the front section of the driveway. If anybody has any questions, feel free to just drop them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Usually for snow blowing, you can get about 1.5 to 2 hours per charge. That also depends on how heavy the snow is, how deep it is. Of course, the lighter and the lighter the snow, the less power, so the longer it can run. It's just finishing up the front part of the driveway here, and I'm not sure if it's going to do the sidewalk next or the main driveway. We'll see. So I do have this front part of the driveway split into a separate little section, as you can see here. It has a bit of a slope. So Yarbo actually has a special slope mode that's designed specifically for this kind of terrain. So I separated the front area here. For those of you wondering about safety, I'm not sure if you can see clearly in the stream, but there are 4 little metal bars that are at the front of the auger there. And Yarbo also has built-in cameras and sensors, so if I were to get too close, right now I should actually back up. It'll actually stop, yep, like that. It will actually stop working until I get out of its safety radius. Back a little bit. Snow is really coming down here now. Alright, so now it's working on the main driveway section here. And I've set the snow to be thrown on either side. So let me adjust this, and you can just see the you can really see the snow throwing power it has. It can actually throw snow up to 40 feet. So pretty powerful little machine. So it's a two-stage snowblower design. So you have the auger in front, and then there's also an impeller in the back, which helps break up that heavier slush, heavy snow and ice. Some people also are worried about Yarbo eating up like sticks and rocks and that kind of stuff. Don't have to worry about that. It actually has shear pins built into the auger, so once it sucks up something like a rock, it'll actually cause those shear pins to break, which will automatically shut down the machine, protecting it from damage, and also protecting your windows or your neighbor's car from getting a rock thrown at it. But when you purchase the Yarbo snowblower, it comes with, I can't remember how many, but it comes with replacement shear pins, and then you can also buy them online as well. And they're not expensive, but we've been using this season and have yet to have any problems with that. So if you're really concerned about the shear pins breaking, I recommend, before, if you know it's going to snow, just take a look around, make sure there aren't any really big rocks or sticks in your driveway, and you should be all set. We currently have these snow tracks installed. So Yarbo core itself comes with just regular grass tracks, which are designed to be lawn friendly. So when you have the lawnmower module installed, it's very gentle on the grass and it doesn't rip or tear it up. But today we've switched them out for the studded tracks. So kind of like studded tires on a car. They're the rubber tracks, and they have little studs in them, which helps it grip better to the ice and the snow. Personally, I do recommend using studded tracks. I think it's just much better performance. in addition to the snow blower, we actually also have a plow attachment that you can stick on the front. So you actually remove those 4 safety bars, and then you'd stick the plow on the front, and then you can put it in plow mode and it will just push the snow, which is especially good, you know, in Massachusetts here. Sometimes we get that slush. It's like rain and snow mixed together. The plow blade is really good for those kind of situations. But today we're currently dealing with light and fluffy snow, so we're just going to be using the snow blower. Adjust this again. Hello everybody and welcome. We're currently testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower robot here in Massachusetts. We currently have about 4 inches of snow on the ground. We just sent Yarbo out, working on clearing the front of the driveway right now. Working all by itself. I'm not controlling it or anything. So you can see there, it's always adjusting the chute to make sure that it shoots the snow in the location that I selected. So I've selected both sides. You can see to the left over there near the trees, and then also I've selected for it to throw it on the right side as well. So now this is currently the world's first and only autonomous snowblower robot. And not only is it a snowblower, but it's also a lawnmower and a leaf blower. So sometimes you'll see if there's like an uneven spot in the driveway, what Yarbo will do is it'll try to go over it twice. If it's unable to pass the spot, it'll lift the auger, try again. And usually that third time is the charm. Alright, so here's actually an example of what I just said. So there's a little spot, it got stuck in, it goes back, tries again. It actually did it on the first time. Even better. going in for a second pass, just cleaning up any of that leftover snow. Next, it's going to be doing the sidewalk. So you can see here, actually, cleaned up things pretty well. Snow is falling pretty quickly, though. The good thing is, if Yarbo ever misses a spot, you'll have it running 24/7. So eventually it'll come back and clean up that missed spot, so no need to worry. But wow, look at that sidewalk, down to the pavement. It's just going around the corner now. So for this here, Yarbo actually has a specific mode for sidewalks. So what it does, it'll go all the way down to the end and then it will reverse itself and back out. So you can see it does a really good job here. Hello and welcome everybody. We're currently testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower here in Massachusetts. Currently clearing the sidewalk. It's doing a really good job. Let's see here. Even this area actually had a little bit of ice accumulation from a previous storm, but it's handling that no problem. That's another good example. You saw it got a little stuck there for a second, backed up, adjusted itself, tried again. And it keeps going. Beautiful. All right, so now it's reached the end of the sidewalk. I have it set to just back all the way up, right where it came from. You can also set it to just turn itself around with a 0-point turn. It has tank-style tracks, tank-style turning. I guess it's a personal preference. Actually, the way I mapped this house, I have it actually have two sidewalks next to each other, since the sidewalk is a little wider here. I just decided to map two next to each other just to make it a little wider. Although for most purposes, this should be perfectly wide enough. I was also just kind of curious what would happen if I were to put two sidewalks next to each other. Okay, let me back off so you can see it keeps stopping because I'm in the way. Alright, since I do have it with two sidewalks, it's gonna back up and then probably it's gonna do the other sidewalk. That would make the most sense. Alright, back itself it up. Actually, I almost forgot. I set it to clear twice as well. So it's gonna clean that sidewalk one more time. And come back. I might change that setting actually. I don't think you really need to clear the sidewalk twice. I think once is enough for a pass. But again, everything is very customizable in the settings. You can change how many passes you want it to do, either one or two. You can also change the overlap. So the more overlap you have, then the less of like that little snow that gets left behind in the middle you're gonna have. You can also adjust how far you want to throw the snow, the angle. You can adjust how fast the machine is moving too. The speed of the auger, the height of the auger, and even like what kind of direction or snow blowing pattern you want it to blow in. So again, it's going to go all the way to the end and then back itself back out. I'm actually going to check and see how much battery it has left. It's been running for about an hour now. Let me see. Alright, backing itself out again. My phone is a little bit frozen, and also I have the stream open, so I can't see how much battery it has at the moment. It's been running for an hour so far, going strong. Hello everybody and welcome. We are currently testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower Here in Massachusetts, we currently have about 4 to 5 inches of snow on the ground. And currently, we're working on clearing the sidewalk here. So Yarbo has a special sidewalk feature where it clears the snow all the way down, and then it will just back itself up as opposed to turning around and then clearing back the other way like it would in a driveway. But they designed this specifically for sidewalks. You know, they're often more narrow, so you might not have that space to turn around and come back. So this allows you to just back it out like so. So that was the second pass of the sidewalk for this one. Oh, I'm too close. It's gonna do the next sidewalk that I drew. One is usually more than enough. I just wanted to see how it would work if I put 2 sidewalks next to each other to make it a little wider. It's doing pretty well. Take a look. Just open the sidewalk up a little more. It's working all by itself right now. I'm not controlling it or anything. Fully autonomous. See, it got a little stuck there. Backed up and tried again. No problem. So you can see here how far it can actually throw that snow. I actually didn't set it to the farthest. I think I have it set somewhere in the middle. but it can throw maximum up to 40 feet, which is pretty crazy. Alright, so now it's going to back itself out again in sidewalk mode, and then pretty sure I have it set to clear this one twice as well. So this mode is really great if you have any smaller areas that Yarbo doesn't have enough room to turn around in. So it can just go in and then back itself right out. For people concerned about safety issues, Yarbo has sensors and cameras all over. Now you can see the thing that looks like little eyes there. 2 cameras in the back, there's 2 on the side, 2 in the front, as well as a ton of other sensors. It also comes with a built-in guard in the front of the auger. And it also automatically will stop working if it senses that you're too close. So I have to keep my distance. Alright. Or else it will actually stop working if I get too close. Sidewalk one more time. And all the settings in Yarbo are very customizable. It's one thing I really love about it. So if you see maybe you want the snow to be thrown a little farther, you know, maybe or if you don't like where the snow is being thrown, or if you want it to be quieter, maybe at night, you can adjust that too. Everything is very adjustable. So let's say, right now I have the deflector set to throw the snow pretty low. If I wanted to change that, it's easy. I just go into the app and then go into the sidewalk area that I already mapped, and then I can change it in the settings with just a tap of the button. Wow, you can see the snow's really coming down now. We just did the right side of the sidewalk. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago. It's already accumulating again. So you can see those snow treads are working really well. That spot over there was all iced over earlier from a previous snowstorm. But Yarbo was handling it just fine. It's backing itself back out again. Careful.
I gotta go work.
What?
Our restaurants are open.
That's crazy. Drive safe. That's crazy.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Alright, I'm gonna back out before it yells at me to get out of the way. Alright, I actually mapped out the driveway today to exclude a space for a car, but all the cars are gone now. I guess I'll have to fix that. Alrighty. It's going right now. Let me just back up, give it some space. Snow is really coming down. Let's see. I'm thinking it's probably doing the other sidewalk next. I can't check on my app right now since I have the screen open. Yep. Alright, so the same deal here with the sidewalk.
Person detected.
Nope, I'm too close. Live streaming the Yarbo autonomous snowblower robot live from Massachusetts. We're supposed to be getting almost 2 feet of snow tonight, and we just got our Yarbo working about an hour ago. Started up clearing the driveway, clearing the sidewalk. Right now it's working on the sidewalk. So it's going to back itself out again, and then head back in for one more pass. And then on this side I also mapped 2 sidewalks next to each other just to make it a little wider. That's just my personal preference. A lot of people, they just do one. This is more than enough already. you get too close, it will stop working actually. That's Yarbo's built-in safety feature. It will not work if it detects a person or a pet or animal nearby. Let's follow it. You can see it clears pretty much down to the pavement. I don't even have it set at to be down to the pavement right now actually. I think I have it set at about 0.14 inches. The auger height is set at about 0.14 inches. And it's very customizable too. Some customers have a gravel driveway. For them, we recommend lifting it up to the maximum of 2 inches. That way you avoid sucking in all those rocks. But for sidewalks like this, very flat, you can go all the way down to 0 if you like. You can also adjust the robot speed. Right now, I set it to be slower. It's all personal preference. If anybody has any questions about anything, feel free to drop it in the chat.
Person detected.
Oh, see, I'm too close again. Still too close. Okay. Alright, so now it's going in for the second sidewalk that I drew, just to widen the first one. Welcome everybody. We are currently testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower live from Massachusetts. We're supposed to be getting almost 2 feet from this storm. Currently have about 5 inches on the ground. Had Yarbo working out here for about an hour now. Right now we have it just clearing the sidewalk. I actually like how this turned out, the double sidewalk here. So that's the fun thing about Yarbo. You can try new ways of mapping, new ways of playing around with the settings to get everything exactly like you want it. I have this one set up for 2 passes as well. So it's going to do 1 more pass. Oh, I am too close. There we go. So I've set the snow throwing direction, of course, to be on the left side here for the sidewalk. We don't want to be throwing the snow onto the road. Just like mapping the driveway, you also get to choose which direction you want to throw the snow in. So I have it thrown on the left, and Yarbo adjusts itself accordingly. All right. Now to the main event, the main part of the driveway. For those wondering, these are currently on sale for $4,999. That includes the Yarbo core and the snowblower module. If you're interested in a more all-year solution, we also have bundles, the snowblower plus the lawnmower module with the core. That is $6,199.
Person detected.
I'm too close. All right, let me just back up a little here. All right. Move back to the garage. I think it's gonna be clearing this whole big area now. Alright, there we go. Now you can really see how far it's throwing that snow. Oh, and then there's a plow. The snow's really piling up here. You can see it's handling it no problem. So you're gonna see it's avoiding the spot there that the car was originally in. I specifically blocked that off this morning. In your map, you can set something called a no-go zone. So if you have a car or maybe some sort of object or like a trash bin or something, you can block it off. So Yarbo knows not to go in that area. While Yarbo does have obstacle detection built in, I still do recommend setting a no-go zone for like your car because I think it just gives me some peace of mind. Alright, so you can see sometimes, like right there, you could see the wheels started spinning out a little bit. It could be like a little bump in the driveway or maybe a patch of ice. So you'll see when that happens, what Yarbo does, it backs up a little bit, adjusts itself, adjusts the auger, does what it needs to do, tries again. And it keeps going. up a little bit here so you can see. Hello everybody and welcome. We are currently testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower here, live in Massachusetts. We've currently got about 4 to 5 inches of snow on the ground. Out here clearing the driveway. So far Yarbo's been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. Able to clear the sidewalk around the house, clear the front part of the driveway. So you can see there, like I was talking about earlier, it gets a little stuck, it adjusts itself, keeps going. See how far it's thrown the snow. Alright. There's actually a really big chunk of ice under there. Also from a previous storm. But see, it's able to climb over with no issue. Hello everybody and welcome. We are currently testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower here in Massachusetts. We're supposed to be getting almost 2 feet of snow today. So far we've got about 6 inches. Yarbo's been going for the past hour and a half. So far we've cleared the front part of the driveway and the sidewalks all around the property. See, it's a 2-stage auger. So today we have rather light and fluffy snow. But that 2-stage auger, the auger plus the impeller in the back, works really well on that packed, heavy and wet snow as well. We do have a couple spots in this driveway that have some icy areas, a couple icy snowbanks, just to give Yarbo a little extra challenge. You can see it's able to handle them no problem. If anybody has any questions, as always, feel free to drop them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Right now we have these snow treads installed. They're kind of like studded tires for your car. They're like the rubber grass tracks. They just have little metal studs in them, which helps Yarbo grip onto the ice and the snow a lot better. So from the front here, you can see those 4 safety bars there. One of the many safety features the Yarbo snowblower comes installed with. You can also Alright, that's another safety feature. I have to stand back a little bit. If you get too close, it'll actually automatically shut down. There we go. And if you look inside the auger, you'll see there are 2 shear pins. So some customers are concerned, you know, what if Yarbo sucks up a rock? What if it sucks up a branch? You know, something it shouldn't. If that were to happen, the shear pins would break, and that would cause the machine to shut down automatically. So it would protect the auger from any damage, and also prevent you from accidentally shooting out a rock or a stick. So right now I have the overlap set to maximum overlap. And you can adjust that in the app. Personally, I prefer having more of an overlap. That prevents you from getting like any leftover snow in between. So Yarbo can actually handle up to 12 inches of snow. The intake height there you see is 12 inches. But we recommend running it 24/7 during the snowstorm. We recommend running it 24/7 whenever it snows. That way you never really have accumulations higher than maybe, say, 4 or 5 inches or so. It actually has accumulated a little more here because I waited to start the machine until I started the stream, which was around 2. So it had already accumulated like about 1 inch or 2 by that time. But usually if you have Yarbo running 24/7, It shouldn't be clearing more than, say, 3 or 4 inches at a time, which is absolutely no problem for it. On this side here, there's a little black dot. You can see on this side too. That's actually a camera. One of the 6 cameras on Yarbo. 2 in the back, 2 on the front, 2 on the side. These cameras are heated to prevent snow and ice from accumulating on them and blocking its vision. Hello and welcome to everybody joining. We're here live in Massachusetts testing out the Yarbo autonomous snowblower. We currently have about 5 inches on the ground. Supposed to be getting almost 2 feet. So Yarbo will be going all night. For those of you who didn't know, Yarbo actually isn't just a snowblower, it's a year-round robot. So if you look at it, the tracked body there in the back, that's the Yarbo core. And the snowblower part you see there on the front is actually detachable. So that's the snowblower module. You can actually take that off. You can switch it out for a lawnmower module in the spring. You can switch it out for leaf blower module in the fall. And that way you have a year-round solution: snow blowing, lawn mowing, leaf blowing, and more. Yarbo's always listening to customer feedback. So if you have any ideas for a new attachment, send them an email, join their Facebook, join their Discord, reach out to them. Who knows? Maybe next year we'll come out with it. A lot of people actually were asking for a trimmer module last year, and I believe they're releasing it in February or March of this year. So they really do listen to customer feedback. Today we're just looking at the snowblower module. If you're wondering why it's not clearing this right side of the driveway, I have that blocked off as a no-go zone. So when you're mapping the work area for Yarbo, you can actually block off certain areas to prevent it. I think it's going back to charge right now. I'm not sure. See. But anyway, so I had marked off that area on the right. There was a car there earlier. I like to, just to be safe, even though it does have sensors, obstacle detection, I just like to mark vehicles as no-go zones, just for the peace of mind. Alright, so Yarbo seems like has reached 20%. That means it's going to go back to charge. It actually does clear its own little charging station before it goes back home. I can actually just show you guys real quick. You can see here, it's just a little wireless charging pad. So it clears the snow off of it and then goes back to charge.
Person detected.
Not too close. So yeah, you got about an hour and a half on that one charge. It's gonna take about an hour and a half to charge itself back up to 80% again, and then it will autonomously go back out and keep clearing the snow until it finishes the job. I actually have it set to sync with the weather, so as long as it sees that there is an inch of snow accumulating within the hour, it'll go out and work. So it will be working all night.
Start charging.
But for now, it's at 20%, so it does have to go back to charge. So I will be ending the stream since Yarbo needs to take a rest. I might stream again a little later once it charges back up. It might be a little bit too dark though, we'll see. But thank you very much to everyone that joined today, and you can check out our website at truvotech.us. You already see our YouTube page. We're also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can check us out there. You can always reach out. You can call me. You can email me if you have any questions. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. And tune in later, perhaps, if conditions permit. Thank you very much. See you next time.